Antes de vos apresentar o próximo convidado, vamos fazer uma breve contextualização. Vamos começar por dizer que os primeiros violinos foram feitos na Itália entre meados do fim do século XVI e início do século XVII. O violino, propriamente dito, manteve-se inalterado por 200 anos. A partir do século XIX, modificou-se apenas a espessura das cordas, o uso do cavalete mais alto e um braço mais inclinado. Pois é, a nossa comunidade possui artistas bastante talentosos, como é o caso de Grenville. Para o violinista que toca violino desde os 7 anos de idade, não lhe importa o género nem o estilo. A música vai desde o clássico ao hard rock, de Bollywood ao pop. Com um amplo repertório musical, Pinto é conhecido ao longo do norte da América e internacionalmente.
Grenvillepinto is my name. I was given that name when I was born, and I started violin lessons when I was 7 years old, and it was always for fun. I had friends from different nationalities and different cultures growing up, and I played for different functions with my violin when I was young, and that's what led me to today, and catering to different nationalities. Partly my friends, and also the different events that I played for got me learning other cultures, including the Portuguese culture, and different types of music from all across the world.
How do you fall in love for violin?
I'm not sure if I fell in love at the beginning. My mother asked me, do I want to learn? And I was a child, so I just said, I'll go and try it.
Wow.
I just saw the kids. There was a school across the street from where I lived growing up, and the kids would have their cases. You see them walking, and my mom would point. We'd live across the street. She'd point and say, do you want to learn? I didn't know what was in the box, that they were carrying. When you first start, there's things you have to do. You have to learn. I just remember it was because, I am left-handed. So which means you have to play the violin a different way. Technically, you should be playing it this way, which is for a left-hander. But no one can teach you that way. So I had to learn as a right-handed person. So that may have been strange for me. And not knowing it, though, I didn't realize that I was actually learning this, and this is maybe going opposite to what I would, what the way that I tend to go, which would be towards a left-hander. I went towards a right-hander. I miss the concerts, I miss the shows, I miss the people watching today, I miss you. It's not easy that way, but I think everybody gets a taste of that by being, how we have to stay home. You miss going out and seeing people and shaking hands and hugging, and that's the same feeling you get when I play in a room that has people in there. We're playing no matter what I play. It brings us together, and this is the basic. It's the basic that we thought we had before, which has been taken away for hopefully not much longer.
And tell me, do you feel more creative during this pandemic or not?
Not really. I gotta say, I know a lot of artists have been creative. They've created music and they go into the studio. Not me as much. I think my creativity was with my last album. Mine is more a keep my brand alive, keep my name alive mode. So when I go on my social media, I'm always trying to put, my album which was released, I hadn't released my music videos. So the timing was good where I released music videos, concert videos. So I'm trying to, give people a taste of what they had before the pandemic. always working on new creative work that way, but I haven't focused on it like I have in the past, and I will do that in the months ahead.
But you did something very, very creative for my vision, was the video clip.
Rough Times 2020 is the year in review. Rough Times, COVID's here, we're gonna make it through. Rough Times.
We did get creative, myself and my nieces. We created a song called Rough Times. It's a rap. We put the violin in it, so I did, it's very different from what I normally do. It's not my regular music, but it's music which I like and I think people can relate to. So, yeah, I was home and we came up with the rap and we put lyrics to it that were relevant for today. Today's problem, this COVID that we're going through. And this goes back to what I was saying. Every day changes. You don't know what they're going to announce on television. Are we in lockdown again? Are we going to be able to go out again? Are they going to lift the restrictions? So it's hard to plan that way. So you have to we're going this way. We don't know what's going to happen, and we just hope for the best. And that was back during that time. We were hoping for the best, and we said, let's hope this doesn't last long and we can get out again. And we created that rap.
I miss my friends and my teachers at school. Rough Times.
And how do you produce your work right now? Because we are limited, right? You are working from home. How do you produce all your music?
You're in my home right now.
Yes.
This is where a lot of it happens. You watch my live streams on TV. This is the backdrop. There's a bedroom here. There's a living room over here. I could go anywhere in my place, and I may go for a walk outside and get creative. Something comes to me.
Apesar de não ter concertos marcados, o músico não cruza os braços. Aproveita o momento para trabalhar com outros artistas, como por exemplo, Tony Câmara. How is working with Tony? Because Tony is a very popular Portuguese guy.
Yeah, we've worked together before. So I've played on his stage before COVID. He had a concert and I played on his stage, and we became friends. So we've worked together. We know each other for quite a few years now. So we figured we're stuck at home. Let's do a song together that we can do using technology, and that's what we did. Yeah, well, we did two songs. We did one project. The first project was a Portuguese song, which is Tudo Passará.
Existia e também choraria.
So basically, it's us performing together, Tony singing, and I'm playing violin from our homes. And we recorded it and made a music video.
How do you define your music?
I would like to call it world music, instrumental world music, I think is a way to put it. But I like to cover different genres within that, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I could play a song which sounds very like rock music, but then play another song which is slow and a ballad, or something that could sound ethnic, could sound like a Portuguese song. So the ethnic music, for example, the Portuguese, the Italian, Indian music, I'm definitely inspired by that. And you'll see some of the music I've written. It has all those influences in it. If you listen to it, you'll say, oh yeah, I hear that. I hear an Indian drum, the tabla. You'll hear in there, for example, it's very, distinct. It's very obvious that it's got an Indian sound. And then you hear another song that's got a European flair or an Italian flair to it. Some of it just happens, I don't know, it's just my creative way of coming up with the music. I tend to lean to, like, one of my songs is Sweet Arabian Fantasy. Mm-hmm. and it has a Middle Eastern feel. I was never interested in that music growing up. Really. I wasn't exposed to it, let's say. I wouldn't say I wasn't interested, but I liked the music. And I discovered it, later in life. And I produced, this song is on my Perfect Day album called Sweet Arabian Fantasy. And it's just such a catchy song to me. So that would be one of my, favorites, I think, that I produced off all my albums.
I would like to know, how do you define music?
Oh, music is a journey, I think. It goes up and down. It's like, to define it, I can talk forever about music, but it's like a ride. It's like a ride to me, is how I would say it. It's a mood regulator. It makes me feel good. On a day I'm not, I'm feeling down, it's a cloudy day outside, I put some music on and it makes me happy and create sunshine.
You never get tired or boring to hear music?
No, I think my neighbors don't like me because of all my, I'm always listening to music, or I just love music so much, and I've always been like that.
I know.
So, but sometimes, my mother used to say silence is golden. That's good too. Sometimes I realize when I'm doing my work and I'm trying to focus, sometimes music can help, but can also be distracting. So sometimes it is good to be silent, but 90% of the time I've got some music going on. So there's a lot of different music notes going on in my head.
My last question for you is, it's a curious one, because always I see you have a suit and they are very colorful, they are very different ones. Where do you get that? Why you use that kind of outfit for your concerts?
I used to be involved in many fashion shows. I think this is where it comes from. And I used to DJ, so this is where we sort of marry them together. The fashion shows were obviously all about clothes. So, and I think I just saw the two being together because I was involved with the fashion shows, and I brought my violin onto the stage for these fashion shows. That it was just a, connection that was made. Plus, I have two sisters, and my mother, who I spent a lot of time with, and a lot of times we'd meet at the shopping malls because I live in Toronto and they live in another city, so we'd have to meet somewhere without traveling all the way to each other's homes. So we'd end up in a shopping mall. And when you go to a shopping mall, I'm leaving with bags of clothes, and yeah, I have quite the collection of clothes. That just basic today, but it's always appealed to me, I guess. Well, I love music. I hope people see that when anyone enjoys what they're doing, right? If you're having a good time, people can see it on your face. They can see it coming from your soul, right? What's on the inside shows on the outside. So, and I hope everyone at home right now, when they're watching this, they're sitting and they're smiling on the outside because they're happy on the inside. Hearing good things about music and about getting through these times and just being, at the end, happy people. Obrigado, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on your show. I love the Portuguese culture, and more importantly, I love the Portuguese food. I've been involved with a lot of Portuguese events, and my name has Portuguese roots. So again, a natural, connection.
Yes. Yeah.